What's going on, everyone? This is Anthony from Team Savages here today with.
My name is Jason.
And how'd you do today?
I got top 4 at the Mulcharmy tournament in TGS Oswego.
And what did you play?
I played Rescue Ace.
Ooh, vroom vroom. Follow the rules.
Wee woo.
Before we start, any shout outs you want to give to anyone?
I want to give a big shout out to this man over here for driving me.
I scrolled out, but it's okay.
Eric for riding with us, and Chad for kicking my ass.
And on top of all that, you managed to get a Mulcharmy out of your box.
And I also want to give a big shout out to my buddy Eddie for lending me his Charmy, so I actually had my playset finally.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie, and all of my friendos in Lafayette.
All right, awesome.
Especially fuck you, Daddy.
And Frank for running the tournament. All right, with that being said, let's get started with the deck profile.
Alrighty, to start off, I am on 2 Hydrants. I am not maxing out on Hydrant usually because normal summon Hydrant is not full combo in this deck. You pretty much have to rip any other Rescue Ace card and then it's full combo, but otherwise you do not. Normal summon Hydrant is probably the worst starter in the deck. So I don't necessarily want to max out on it.
So 1's not enough, 2's 2's perfect, 3 not get item.
Correct. Coupled with the one airlifter, rest in peace, soldier. He's still at 1 for whatever reason.
Yeah, but I can roll back.
We are on 3 Impulse. This is probably the best card in the deck. Whenever your opponent activates a monster effect on board, he just sacks himself to summon a Machine Rescue Ace from deck. So you can summon the Big Dumb Idiot, you can summon Preventers, you can summon Fire Engine to start playing before your opponent ever starts playing.
Okay.
So on that note, we're on 2 Preventers and a Fire Engine to start playing the game, and then 1 Big Dumb Idiot. I am considering going up to 2 on him. He's kind of a crutch to play 2 of, but opening him is actually really strong too.
Okay.
But at the same time, he can be kind of a brick if you're not already playing. You just want a million ways to him. More Rescue Ace cards. I'm on 2 Emergency. This is probably the next worst starter in the deck because you need something else to go with it in order to play. And then otherwise, if you see Emergency and no other Rescue Ace monsters, it's just kind of dumb. And I've had many a situation where I'm just sitting with Emergency and nothing else and no way to revive a Rescue Ace out of grave. Speaking of reviving Rescue Ace out of graves, we have Rescue and Alert and HQ for Rescue Ace spells.
Okay. Purple cards.
And then purple cards. These are Rescue Ace cards, all right.
All right, so that was all the Rescue Ace engine.
And then this kind of goes with the Rescue Ace engine to grab the one of Airlifter.
Shiny.
Shiny. Or sometimes this has also grabbed me Impulses, so I could just play into boards. Because this, again, is really, really strong. For the Wanted engine, we got some boys. A boy and a girl.
I thought she was popular.
I don't know what it is.
One man.
It's an it. 50 cards.
3 Wanted. 3 Deception.
I tried to fill to make it
Pretty standard.
Azamina cards are Azamina cards.
Alright, I will go first.
Along with the 1 Hallowed and an OSS.
Draw phase.
3 Bonfires to fetch the boy.
Stand by.
And that is pretty much all of my engine. For your non-engine, we're on 3 Ash.
Forehead.
Forehead. This card is absolutely insane. Kind of where I'm at is the Azamina cards are good. Don't get me wrong. If this card did not exist, I would probably be playing Fiendsmith cards over it, but this card is way too good to not play.
Yeah.
This hits so many things in format.
Non-nostalgic cards?
It-
No, all the cards are nostalgic.
this is pretty much almost to me having this almost the same coverage as Ash with the things you're actually impulsing in format, and a little bit more.
And you can't get talents or thrusts.
And I can't get talent.
From his pack.
So does Fenrir.
A whopping 2 imperm. This felt like the least impactful
No,
hand
you're
trap
right,
that I could be playing, and I kind of wanted to subdivide my hand traps a little bit, where I did see this enough, but I didn't clog on it.
Okay.
Along with, I had 2 Book of Eclipse in here. This is usually for 10 pi. And if I'm going first, worst case scenario, this forces a turbulence through.
Thanks, Jason.
3, 4.
You're welcome, Dad. I am a very talented individual. I love this card.
You're only semi-talented. Yeah, 2 out of 3.
Correct. I'm only semi-talented. To go with a called by. And then I only decided to main deck 2 chummies. This felt like probably the best in between for main decking 2, sideboarding 1, spoiler alert, to where this gives me enough coverage to win or lose die rolls, but I do see it enough to see it when I go second and not clog on it going first.
Okay, that makes sense.
And because I'm not overtly committed to the Diabellstar engine, I don't have as many ways to discard it if I were maxing out on Diabellstar.
Okay. Clean 40?
46.
Well, there goes that out the window.
Yep.
46 in the main, all right.
No, sir. We do not want to brick on all of these really, really dumb purple cards, wherever they might be.
What are you going dumb? I love purple
Yeah,
cards.
these.
Evenly fake or go burr.
That's right. For my sideboard, I am on 3 Bestials. This gives me enough coverage in the event I were to run into Branded, run into Labyrinth. When I did see these against Labyrinth, when Chad bodied me, it performed extremely well. And these do have coverage into U-Bell. I can even put these in versus Snake Eye, even though traditionally I do not put these in versus Snake Eye.
You're welcome.
Because this can at the very least snipe Fiendsmith cards out of the graveyard, snipe the IP when they try to back row it, and this at least takes care of an interruption.
Okay.
4 more chummies whenever I decide I'm wanting to go second. These cards are really strong. Konami, why are we printing them?
Let's do it again.
And we're doing more of it. I am on 3 thrusts. These are pretty well universal going first or second. And to pair with these thrusts going first, DDG and Barrier. This covers just about everything you need in format, and when they're dropping chummies versus you, you can turn skip Tempai, you can turn skip Branded, Voiceless Voice randomly,
I'm gonna sell me good cards.
Snake Eye, U-Bell, turn skips everyone with just these 2.
Just so we were doing a draft with like modern cards.
And then pairing with the thrust going second,
Only nostalgic holding. That's what you bought.
Slayer. This is probably the most efficient trading card, or like trade that I can do right now in almost every scenario in relevant matchups.
Are we doing it this way?
This is a 2-for-1, no matter what they do, because it sends for cost. Pretty much the only thing that stops it is exactly Dimensional Shifter. And if I get shifted, well, that sucks.
Probably losing anyway.
I probably am losing the game anyway, but it's fine. And then Duster. Rescue Ace loses really hard to back row, so I need something to mass clear back row as much as humanly possible.
Okay. I would hope 15 on the side.
It has indeed 15 on the side.
All right.
Target when that's summoned.
For the extra, we are on an
target
anima.
language, I see. That's fine.
Bridge. Bridges are bridges. We are on some charmers, wherever the other one might be. I have yoinked so many witches out of graveyard with this to just get into my Diabellstar engine anyway. Bridging with anima. This card bridges in so many ways, as well as sucking every monster my opponent controls ever.
Didn't you suck an anima twice today with that?
I've anima sucked anima more than once today. Correct.
Interesting.
We got an IP and an SP. We got a Nightmare Phoenix for back row removal. A Sunlight Wolf. He is probably on the chopping block. I have not made him once pretty much the entire weekend. And I have played in an event Saturday as well and never made him still.
Someday.
7 rounds.
In 7 rounds, still have never made him. So he can probably get traded for other Slayer targets. He could. I promise you it's in here. It can get traded for other Slayer targets. It can probably get traded for a second SP Little Knight because I burn one going first so often, and then I want one as just removal. We have a pretty princess. Phoenix and Zelantis. Why is this at OTK so efficient? We have an Access Code Talker. I have not made him once today, but
25?
but he's there if I need a little bit more
I
removal.
don't actually know. And, I think I know this is it.
Azamina cards are Azamina cards. A lot of these Azamina cards are solid, but again, I would probably rather play Fiendsmith cards over them. But this gives me access to Impulse, and that card is really strong. And then for Slayer targets, I'm on an Entis and a Malong.
Ooh, what does that do?
All right, if this is sent to graveyard period, you can target a card and bounce it.
Oh, so it's a compulse.
Correct. So this is pretty much exactly for Centurion when they're just sitting on the Auxilla and the Blazar, and they're just looking to rip a second Blazar on you. You just go first action Slayer, send them along as cost to target the Blazar and bounce it, and they cannot respond with that Blazar. And then this just bounces back the Auxilla, so they can't make a second Blazar on you. And it really doesn't matter whether the Auxilla is in Grave or an extra deck, because they can just get into it either way from Grave or extra deck.
Sounds good.
And then pretty much with Azamina being the best engine in the game, pretty much every deck in their mother right now is ending on a fusion. Ubel,
The F-Blossom is like that.
every single Azamina pile just has the Omni Negate. So
We'll cut that out.
and this is pretty much just covering as many matchups as humanly possible that are ending on this, ending on a Phantom of Ubel, even niche fusion like this can come in versus branded and clear cards as well. The amount of respect I've had for branded and never playing branded is astronomical.
All right. With that being said, Jason, congratulations on the top 4 today. As always, guys, please like and subscribe. Check down below for your TCG player needs, whether it's from Little Fat Tony Gaming or Salt and Friends, as myself. Aside from that, thank you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.